President Cyril Ramaphosa seems to be stamping his authority over the Bela Act. That's after Basic Education Minister Siviwe Gwarube announced she had signed an agreement with Solidarity on the contentious legislation. Ramaphosa says that the agreement has no bearing in law or practical effect on the inclusive multi-party discussions that are underway. Professor Metcalfe says the Constitution protects the right of every child to be taught in the language of their choice.
And I think we need a debate which starts with the Constitution protects the right of every person to choose their language of instruction. We will defend the right of learners whose choice is to learn in Afrikaans to do so. Everybody needs to commit to that principle. That principle is in the Constitution. But they also have to commit to some of the other principles in the Constitution where I think Mosameke is so important. So, okay, we've only got 2 weeks. There's a lot of anger about the minister going outside of a government process. Yeah. But what the next steps must be is to bring all of the stakeholders into the same conversation, and that conversation has to be less adversarial, less combative, and less looking for the victory. We're not going to find a victory if we see this as something that isn't a victory that must suit all South Africans, and I think that it's possible. If you look at the misconceptions, if you look at the careful drafting of the existing legislation before even the Bela, for example, the DBE's policy on admission, the GDE, Gauteng Department of Education's policy on admission. It's reasonable, it's fair, it has to be understood.